Darley Australia has a fabulous record of bringing global sire influencers to Australia, including Medaglia d'Oro, the sire of Golden Slipper winner Vancouver, and Street Cry, the sire of Australia's darling Winx. World champion sprinter Harry Angel has every chance of following on in those footsteps, a track record holder and winner of two of Europe's most influential Group 1 sprints. Alison, firstly, what a beautiful stallion Harry Angel is. He has that real European quality, doesn't he?
Yes, Caroline. I was very fortunate to go over to Newmarket last December, and I saw Harry Angel there for the first time and was able to bring some Australian breeders who were over for the sales out to Dalham Hall to see him. And I probably brought about 6 people out to see him, I think, and everyone that saw him was very impressed with what a good physical type he was. He stands at 15.3. So he's the perfect height for those bigger Australian mares that we have here, the Fastnet Rock and the Danehill line mares. He'll sort of suit them very well and sort of sharpen them up a little bit and bring a bit of neatness into it. He's a very good looking horse, what I'd call a very elegant horse. He has a beautiful head, a big kind eye. He's a lovely bay colour with black points. He moves very well. He has a great walk, a very athletic walk, and that's one of the things that his breeder Paul McCartan said about him, that they noticed when they were prepping him for the sales in the lunge ring. That's when they thought they probably had something pretty special. He had such a relaxed attitude, and also he moved so well on the lunge.
Harry Angel, the yellow jacket, is the leader.
Well, we all love a 2-year-old winner. He did that at Group 2 level in the Mill Reef Stakes, and that was only his second start.
His first race he ran second by a nose in a race of 6, and then in his second race he came out and won the Mill Reef Stakes Group 2, which, as we all know, is the sign of a very good horse to come out on only his second start and win a group race.
Well, he was bought by Godolphin after he won the Sandy Lane at Haydock. He broke the track record there, so a record-breaking colt is obviously something very special.
Yes, it is, Caroline. Obviously, Godolphin had recognised him at that stage and put plans in place to acquire him, and thankfully that all worked out. So he then raced in the Royal Blue of Godolphin after the Sandy Lane Stakes. So we all know how important it is to have a track record on a stallion's resume. It's a real feather in their cap, and it shows that they're really going to operate at a high elite level.
Harry Angel, though, leads Lamato and Intelligence Cross.
This is one we know so well in Australia, the July Cup. Star Spangled Banner won it, Alberta was third, and the sires that have come through winning the July Cup, Green Desert, Royal Academy, Anabar, it really is the championship sprint of the English flat season.
He was very dominant in the July Cup, Caroline, and as we all know, that is such a stallion-making race. For him to come out and run like that was just fantastic on the day, and we were all very excited to see it happen.
Well, that was July. He didn't race again until September in the Haydock Sprint Cup. And we know many horses win one or the other of the July Cup or the Sprint Cup, but he won them both in consecutive runs and by 4 lengths. It was quite some performance.
Those 2 wins in the July Cup and the Sprint Cup showed us that he really was the elite sprinter that we thought he was. And so from that he was crowned World Champion Sprinter, and to put it into perspective for us here in Australia, ahead of the likes of Chautauqua, Red Zell and Vega Magic. He showed himself to be not only a fast and precocious horse, but also a very tough horse to run again at 4 times at 4 years old before he retired in the October.
Harry Angel, the best sprinter in the world, coming back here to win on his reappearance at York.
The Dark Angel sire line, we're seeing Europe really developing some strong sprint lines in recent years, and this is one of the very best.
Well, Dark Angel is really a sire phenomenon in the UK. I mean, he started his stud career at the very modest fee of €10,000. Dark Angel currently stands at a stud fee of €85,000, and he's been supported by the likes of the Aga Khan, China Horse Club, and Darley have also bought into him in 2015. The other thing about Dark Angel is that he himself raced as a 2-year-old. He raced 9 times as a 2-year-old and also won the Mill Reef Stakes and the Middle Park Stakes, so he was a Group 1 and a Group 2 winner. So to marry it up with our horses here in Australia, he measures up very well against a horse like, or is comparable to a horse like I'm Invincible. They both started off at the same modest level. Dark Angel is currently 3rd on the General Sires list in the UK, just behind Galileo and See the Stars, but in front of Shamardal and Dubawi. So Harry Angel has been well supported by our local breeders in the Hunter Valley. China Horse Club are sending mares. Debbie Capitas is booked a mare to him. Glen Burrows is sending mares, and the Mitchells from Yarman Park are sending mares. We knew this would happen, that as soon as people came to the parades and saw Harry Angel and saw what a great physical he was, that they would just love him, and that has come to fruition. The bookings have come pouring in since the parades, and Harry's going to cover a book of at least 140 mares here in Australia. He covered 139 mares in the UK. 125 of them went in foal, so that's a fertility rate of 90%. So we're hoping for a similar strike rate here. Harry Angel is everything you're looking for in a stallion. He's a complete outcross, so he covers all those Danehill line mares that we have so many of here in Australia. He was fast, precocious and tough. He was very good looking, and it makes absolute sense to breed to him at only $22,000.